So, if you know two things about me, you probably know that I love Squishmallows and I love crocheting. So don't ask me why it's taking me so long to combine the two and do a video crocheting Squishmallows. Well, that's not exactly what I'm doing today. What I'm doing today is crocheting clothes for my Squishmallows. I see people crocheting cute little outfits for their Squishmallows all the time, and I've always wanted to do it, so today we finally are. Now, I've pre-prepared and already picked out the two lucky Squishmallows that are gonna get outfits today. This is 5-inch Irina the Axolotl and 5-inch Brenda the Butterfly. I thought I'd start with 5-inch because if I make big mistakes as I'm doing it, they're kind of easier to fix if they're physically smaller crochet items. So I got very serious about this. I got out my iPad and I drew out some designs. Shall we go have a look at the vision for these two lovely Squishmallows? Welcome to the vision. So this is obviously the vision for this axolotl. I wanted to use the same colors as her gills. So I've got these 3 balls of yarn and I've got this lovely design. In case my art skills weren't good enough to see what's going on, this is a little pink pair of overalls. We've got some yellow buttons. Now originally I was going to have these as actual buttons, but then I realized I don't have any yellow buttons, so I'm just going to crochet them. And this is a purple pocket, and then this is a little purple hat with a yellow kind of trim around the edge. Then for the butterfly, we have 2 options actually for the butterfly. So this is option number 1. It's a little ballet skirt and ballet bow. I wanted her to become a ballerina. Then I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a full tutu look. I'm kind of leaning towards just doing the skirt. So how we're going to work that out is I'm going to start by just doing the skirt and then we'll see how it looks. Now, given the simplicity of this one as opposed to this one, I think I'm actually going to start with Brenda the butterfly. So for Brenda, I've chosen this pink sparkly wool because it matches her pink sparkly wings. This wool is quite thin, so it does need a 3mm crochet hook. So how I plan to do this skirt, I'm going to do a single chain that is the length of going all the way around here, and that is going to be the first step. So let's do that. I've done quite a lot of chain stitches, but it doesn't go nearly half the way around, so we've still got some more to do. Now I've done too many chains, we'll undo a few and voila, that is the perfect. Is that the perfect? I don't know how tight or loose I want it to be. I think we'll just go with this and hope for the best. I think what I'll do for the first row is I'm going to do just a single crochet into each stitch until we get back around here. I actually only started using these kind of hooks this week, these hooks with the handles. And honestly, so far, I'm not noticing a huge difference in terms of crocheting. What I am noticing is they're a lot harder to lose and it's a lot easier to tell which one is which because they're all different colors. I literally just got these from Kmart if you're wondering. This axolotl is actually making a really good wrist rest. Maybe this is my new way of crocheting from now on. So that is like the base of the tutu, and what I want to do is I want to like bring it out here and I want it to be super ruffly. So I'm going to do 2 single crochets into every single stitch, and I'm going to keep doing that for a number of rows and it should go very roughly. That is 1 row done. It is looking slightly ruffly. I can rearrange these ruffles a little bit. We want to make some more ruffles. I want it to be like a full tutu. I want it to like go out a lot. So I'm just going to keep going round and round, doing 2 single crochets into each stitch. I actually really like the level of ruffliness we've got with this row. I just want it to come further out. So what I'm thinking I'll do is a single crochet in every single stitch all around. Hopefully that won't ruin the ruffle, but I'm pretty sure this will work. Okay, so I just did 2 more rows of single crocheting and this is what I've ended up with. It's looking pretty good, but somehow I feel like it's stretched out a lot. I'm hoping it's still gonna fit. Like, it's definitely still gonna fit, but has quite a lot of gaps. See, look, that could be a bit tighter. Oh my goodness. She looks so cute. This looks better than I imagined. I'm gonna move these ruffles a bit so they're a bit more even. How did this turn out better than I imagined? Normally stuff turns out nothing like I imagined, but this is just better. That is so cute. It doesn't even really matter that it's stretched. Or it kind of goes up a bit on the back, but I'm not too worried about the back. I mean, I could sort of put a pin in there or something to keep it in place. I'm not even gonna do this in any kind of fancy way. I'm just gonna tuck that through there. And it doesn't look ideal, but we're not going to be looking at the back and it's not going to fall off anyway. Now, if we go back back to my original design. I did want to have a little bow in her hair. The other thing I was considering was doing like a tutu top, but I love how this looks. And also, I hardly have any of this yarn left. I only really have enough to do a bow. I don't have enough to do a whole top. So the top is cut. We're going with this design and let us create a bow. Now, I saw this adorable little bow on Instagram and I just thought that would be the perfect bow to put on her head here. Like, look how cute that is. I will link this in the description in case you want to make it too. That looks so cute. It's going to be such a nice bow. Are you excited, Brenda? Got half the bow done. See, then I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. Does anybody else's brain just kind of break sometimes when you're reading a crochet pattern? You're like, I can't remember a single crochet stitch. The bow is complete. Not really. We need to finish it off. This bow, as cute as it is not just going to stay on her head like that. Also, I'm now thinking, mate, oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's definitely going to sit to the side. I originally thought it would sit to the middle, but I think that's a lot cuter. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to do a single chain from here all the way around to here so that it doesn't fall off. Just going to do a long chain of single crochets until it's wide enough to go around the top of her head. Okay, we need a lot more. Now I have a few too many. Slip stitch into this side over here. Time for the final reveal. I broke her antler. I literally just broke her antler. Just kidding, it was already like that. I think it needs a little bit of glue or something there. I'm just not happy with how this is looking. It's just not like sitting quite right. I don't know why. There we go. Does that look better or did I just trick myself into thinking it was cute? When I look at it with my own eyeballs, it looks cute. I think it might just be the angle that my camera's at. It definitely looks better from this angle. I'm still not like 100% happy with that though. I think what could improve things for me is if I literally just add like a bead right in the middle there. Hopefully it will just fix whatever it is that I don't like about it. Why does that look 700 times better than before? Like, it just brings the whole look together. Look at her go. She's a beautiful, beautiful ballerina. This little axolotl has been waiting very patiently for her outfit. This is a little reminder of the design. I'm going to be using these 3 colors, which just look so good because they match her little gills so well. I'm going to start with the overalls. I have a pretty good idea how I'm going to do them. So as you can see, we need pink. And this time I'm going to be using this lovely blue 4mm hook. So I'm actually going to be starting pretty much the same way I did the skirt. I'm just going to do 1 long chain that wraps around. Now in the butterfly, I did it too loose. I think it just stretched out because I was putting so many stitches into each stitch to get that ruffle. I'm just going to do it sort of the same as I did for the butterfly and really just hope for the best. Okay, that is looking good. Gonna slip stitch that together and this will work as the base of the overall. So there's going to be no increasing here. I'm just going to go all around. I'm trying to decide whether to do single or double crochets. I'm thinking double crochets might look quite nice this time round. I'm just going to do a double crochet into every stitch. Why is it curling up like this? It looks like one of those worry worms I made. I got myself in a big tangle. Okay, the first row is done and let's try it on. Probably a bit looser than I would have liked, but I really don't want to redo it. So we're sticking with it. If I need to, I can put a little pin in the back. I think it'll be fine because it's going to be held up by the arm straps. 2 rows down. So I got up to the 4th row, right? And I'm just feeling like it is too loose. And I'm so unhappy with it that I'm literally going to undo this whole thing and start again. This time doing it a lot tighter on that first chain. So I just got to the end of the 4th row of my overalls and I was like, 4 rows, that should be enough. And then I put it on the axolotl and I was like, why does that seem so much shorter than before? And I realized I have been using a 3mm crochet hook. I was meant to be using this one, but it's too late. I've already done 4 rows and they look really nice. So I'm just going to do a 5th row so that we go right up to under the underarms and then I will do the straps. Oh dear, I have a large knot. Okay, got my 5 rows done. Now it's very exciting time. We're going to do the holes for the arms. So I want to put everything in the right spot. So I might have to crochet with this on the axolotl for this row, just so I can make sure I can get everything right. If we look here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches that I want to leave a gap. So we're going to double that and do 12 chains over the top. And then you see, when this goes over there, it's the arm. Have to make sure is that this isn't twisted. Don't get it twisted. We can continue along. Okay, you know what? That looks way too loose. Like the arm is going up way too high. I am not happy with this. You see, that's gonna look nice. Do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chains. There we go. And now we're going to double crochet all the way. Oops, I hate it when that happens. Now we're going to double crochet all along the front of the overalls until we get to about this spot on the other side of the axolotl. And we're going to try and make the arm exactly the same. I was 2 stitches out from the arm over here, so now I've got 2 stitches out from the arm over here. And there we go, they're looking more like overalls. So my next step is to finish off this row, and I'm going to do one more row where I double crochet into each of these stitches, go along here, double crochet into each of these stitches, and then it will give it like a smooth finishing off, and these arm straps will be a little bit bigger. What? Why am I struggling with not so much today? I just want to finish off this arm and see how it looks. Time for a quick fitting. That works. We've got our overalls going well. Now I'm just gonna double crochet all the way around here, up over here and back. And I think that'll be the base complete. And the base is complete. We do have to weave in these ends. Cursed part of crocheting. Look at Irina. She's looking so snazzy. If we refer to my design, next thing I want to do is purple pocket and yellow button. I'm gonna stick with the 3mm crochet hook. I've got about 10 stitches across there. I'm going to double crochet into each stitch. I'm worried I might have done this pocket too wide. Oh no, I think that's probably perfect actually. And then we're turning around and probably just doing one more row of double crochets. Okay, look at that! That looks so cute! So the buttons I think are actually gonna be pretty simple. All I have to do for the buttons is just 2 little circles. So I think I'm just gonna do 5 single crochets into a magic ring. Oh, look how cute that looks! Excellent work, me. Sometimes I really wish in crocheting you could just copy paste. That'd make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Okay, now what I need is a sewing needle. I will have to take this off you, don't worry, you'll get it back and it will be even snazzier. I'm gonna sew on the buttons first. Probably just using the ends for this. So this is how you weave in your ends, productive style. We have got this little bit here. I don't want that to get caught up and stuck. I'm just gonna put that straight through the back there. Now I'm just gonna tie this in a knot for a little bit of extra security. I know a lot of people do try to make their insides neat, but I really don't care. If I can't see it on the outside, doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. As long as it doesn't fall apart, I'm happy. This is actually so cute. Why am I so impressed by my own work right now? Just me, or does that one look slightly bigger? Is this giving anyone else like car vibes? So I've sewn down one side. I'm gonna sew down the other side just so I don't stuff it up as I'm sewing along here and wreck the placement. You know, most people would use pins to keep it in place. Not me. I just hold it down and hope for the best. Look at that! Okay, it does look a little bit lopsided. What happened? Didn't pin it down, that's what happened. I kept it open so that it does serve as a little pocket. You could put a needle in there or maybe like a little cinnamon roll pencil. There we go. Feeling like that pocket's a bit low. I feel like it should have been like up and the top should have been here. I'm feeling so strongly about this. I'm gonna undo all those stitches and put it on again. Why did I have to finish it off so well? Now this is gonna be more of a struggle. Off with you. That wasn't as much of a struggle as I thought. It's coming off pretty easily. Like, does that look cuter without the pocket? No, I think it does need a pocket. I think it definitely does need a pocket. Like, if the pocket was that big. Yeah, I want the pocket to be that big. Okay, we've got to redo the pocket. How many stitches is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're gonna do 9 stitches for the pocket. That'll make it a bit prettier. All right, are you a clean as you go crocheter or a make a big mess and clean everything up at the end crocheter? Or a make a big mess and don't clean everything up until you start a new project kind of crocheter? Because I'm number 3. Oh yeah, that looks much better. I'm gonna do something crazy. I couldn't find a proper like pinning needle, so I've just got a smaller sewing needle and I'm gonna pin it in place. I'm such a professional crocheter. I consider myself a very sort of lazy crocheter, lazy crafter, and I've never bothered to get a sewing pin because I'm like, oh, that's so much effort. Easier just hold it. But do you know how much easier this just made sewing? Imagine how much easier sewing amigurumi pieces would be if you're not worried about holding them in the right place while you're sewing. Why have I never done this before? Look at that. It's so even. Who would have thought? Pretty much everybody ever. Look how cute that looks. Is that slightly out of the middle? Pocket is so off center. It's really annoying me now. If I just pull this over a bit. Can I trick everyone into thinking that I sewed it on properly? Sorry if my camera's shaking a lot in this video. I keep accidentally hitting it with my crochet hook. So we just need to stretch this out a bit and no one will even know the difference. I think that actually does look a bit better because you've got 2 stitches right here and 2 stitches right here. So it kind of does look like it's even. Good job, me. Always taking the easy way out. Okay, finally, overalls are complete. Let's do a cute little hat. So I have a little vision for this hat. I can imagine exactly how I want it to look. I'm gonna start off with 6 single crochets in the magic ring. Actually, no, I'm only doing 5 single crochets in the magic ring. Now I'm just doing 2 single crochets into each stitch. Not looking like much of a hat yet. And we're gonna go 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets into the next one. Just gonna single crochet all the way around for 1 row. I think that's like the size I want it. A couple rows of that. Now we're gonna do that little yellow stripe. If I can ever find the end of this yarn. We'll join that in and then we're just gonna do 1 singular row with the yellows so it kind of looks like there's a ribbon going around the hat. Now we are returning to purple to do the brim of the hat. So I'm going to only stitch in the back loop of each stitch and I'm going to do 2 crochets into each one. I want it to come out kind of quite sharply. Look at that. It actually looks like a little witch's hat. That wasn't the intention, but I'm just going to roll with it. Okay, I want the brim to be a bit wider. Single crochet into each stitch and then 2 crochets into every second stitch. It's looking so good. I wanted it to look kind of like a sun hat and it's looking like a sun hat. Like that's definitely a sun hat over a witch's hat. Would you agree? If you don't agree, don't tell me, I'll cry. Look at that. I'm not even joking when I say this is one of the best things I've crocheted this year. Like it just looks so good. I love how the colors really pop. And with that is the Squishmallow outfits complete. That one there, that's a 10 out of 10. That one there maybe is like a 7 out of 10. I just think it would look a lot better if it was like a brighter color. And I feel like the bow doesn't quite sit as nicely as I wanted to. Sometimes you have to make something you're not happy with to make something you're really happy with, and that axolotl, that is the best thing I've ever made. Now I need to go make a million outfits like that for all my Squishmallows. Like it looks so good. They all need outfits like that. Well, thank you very much for watching. I will be back with more Squishmallow and crochet content soon. Okay, bye!